Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another live e-rev European America's Army videocast. We are today looking at the ESL finals of Epsilon versus SPQR. SPQR being a Polish team, Epsilon being a European team. And, we are looking forward to a really good finals here on Weapons Cache SE. Just to give you guys a quick roster rundown, we have Epsilon bringing in Paris, Revenue, Kickerman, Cesium, and Philippi, while SPQR is bringing in Lolek, Pody, Pun, Fisher, and Juzek. Ares, what can you tell us about these teams?
Starting off with Epsilon. Basically, at the moment, the strongest team on the scene, I'd say. Since they've played together for a very long time, they proved each other, proved themselves being the strongest team many times. And with SPQR, at the moment the strongest Polish team. So we're looking forward to a very exciting and fun match tonight.
That's right. SPQR also, at least I know Lolek, Fisher, and Juzek having been together, and I think Pun too, for quite a long time already. And I think they're mainly focusing on the Polish community at the moment, playing the matches and leagues that they have there, and haven't played that much European games, while Epsilon, of course, has been playing as much European leagues and matches as they can, as far as I understood here. So it's going to be a bit of a... I think this is the first time these teams have met in a match in quite a while, in these players, so it's going to be quite exciting to see which one of these teams is actually stronger. As Ares, my co-caster here, just said, Epsilon being regarded as the top European team at the moment, but SPQR obviously not having played that often in European leagues in recent times. It's not really clear how strong their lineup is at the moment. Aros.
Yeah, just like you said, I think it's pretty fun to see actually SPQR not being in the European scene as much, because then you'll have these exciting matches. That's what we're gonna look forward to tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to see some surprises with the tactics or whatever. You know, maybe one of the teams is doing stuff that the other team hasn't seen, but is quite common for them. Well, you don't know. It can really go either way with that. In the end, Weapons Cache Z is a pretty common final map. You know, I think PWL's run that a couple times. I think other leagues have also done that a couple times. Now here at ESL, and it's proven to be worthy of finals. Teams are in setup at the moment. In 10 seconds, they're going to be going live. We're playing 10 rounds of 5 minutes each. There's 3 objectives. Teams have to defend or attack those objectives, securing all 3 of them to win, or killing the entire team to win for the attacking team, and the defending team has to prevent that happening within time or kill the attacking team. Right now, going live. Aris, what do you see?
I see SPQR lining up. They are looking like going for tertiary.
SPQR on
like
defense.
Normal. Yeah, exactly. They're lining up like looks like a standard strat on defense, with people checking second floor hallway, basement. Everything's covered basically.
Pody though, in that ambush position at those at that western courtyard between the containers. So it's a standard tertiary strat with one person hiding outside. Looks like Epsilon pretty much spread out, attacking both on the north side and on the all the way on the south side right at tertiary. Paris getting shot through a door now, still being green. We'll see if he bleeds. Aris?
Yeah, Epsilon's just taking it really cool, checking every spot, every corner, like you're supposed to do. Taking it real slow, not to lose any guy early in the round.
They had to, they did go in 2 different directions, splitting their team up in a 3-2 split, with Cesium and Kickerman going the north way, now securing secondary, which will be coming out in a second. And the rest of that team going to the they have to because of the low time limit. Now, Pody shot by Killaby. Pody was there hiding at those containers outside tertiary, but he got found, and Killaby takes him down. Killaby himself did not take any hits from that, so that ambush there failed. Arrows.
Killaby's making his way up to primary, with Paris in his back as backup. Paris down on south courtyard.
Kickoman moving up from secondary to primary. They have They haven't split, but they do support each other as two teams, while they're also putting pressure on tertiary early, just to see if they can get a pick, I guess.
Yeah. Well, primary looks clear, or is clear, so they're probably gonna take the objective soon. Revelinho staying as 2-3, watching south, or in south courtyard, watching tertiary.
SPQR playing two men upstairs, gonna be Lulik with the saw, and Pun ready with a flashbang, while downstairs you have Fisher in the offices also ready with a grenade, while Juzek is sitting downstairs near the cage objective area with his gun out. So that's going to be their defensive setup for this round. Epsilon seems to have taken all the objectives now and is getting ready for their final push on tertiary. Looks like they are going to just take their time. They have 2 minutes 20 seconds on the clock. They're going to surround it and push from multiple entries at once. Cesium and who is that going to be? That's going to be Kikoman on the one side outside, while I've seen Revelinho together with Killaby on the other side. Now they're going to try to open the door on the lower offices and put a 203 in there, I do believe. Do that right now. It's actually not a 203, it's just shooting, and that gets Killaby a nade at his feet, but he runs away from that and stays alive.
Hits Revelinho.
Aras.
We have Paris up in the second floor hallway office. Getting some action there. See what happens. Oh, Biggie. He ran away.
That's right.
We're in a bit of a standstill at the moment.
Yep. Juzek taking some nades from one of those doors down there. That's going to be on the south. What side is that? I'm not really sure. That's the northwest side, I do believe. He'll be now taken down by Fisher's nade at those offices. Cesium putting pressure upstairs on the door. Kickerman putting pressure on one of the doors outside, smoking it and then nading in. Juzek and Lulik replying to that with gunfire so far. Pun now taking down Paris upstairs in the hallway as he opens the door and he got shot in the face. Kickerman killed himself with a nade gone wrong. Revelinho trying to get a pick with his 203 outside on the south side there. But they don't seem to be going off too much. Cesium now also shot by Pun. Pun playing very strong on that second floor. And now it seems that only one Epsilon member is left alive, which is Revelinho, and he's already been shot red. I believe that may have been through a door. All the players for SPQR respond to that and basically hunt him down, and now he goes down there, going the first round to SPQR without too much difficulty. Their pushed-up player, Pody, got taken down early in the round without any difficulty for Epsilon. But then the defense in tertiary was basically watertight, and nothing could get through there. They didn't get a single guy down. I'm not even sure if any of them got injured. Aras.
Indeed. First round's over now. They felt each other. They know how they play, at least in tertiary. For now. And it looks like they're doing the same. Looks like Epsilon is doing the same push. They split up. 2-2. Or 2-3.
That's right.
2-3. Just checking south courtyard in case someone of
SPQR seems to be doing the same thing, with Pody being the wildcard player hiding in some random corner. Ooh, where did that TK happen?
South courtyard. Parrish ran in front of Revelinho's 2-3 when he was supposed to spam.
Revelinho hitting Paris yellow there and then giving him the medical attention he definitely needed. Something like that at this level could be crucial later in the round, because that makes your, in this case, Saul very dangerous. Secondary now being taken by Kickerman. Yep. Aras.
Yeah, same as last round basically. Paris and Revelinho making their way around towards the containers where they got the early kill last round.
Pody hanging around those south stairs on the second floor. He knows that secondary's been taken. He's just trying to see what he can get. Spamming some nades now towards secondary. Not really disrupting or damaging anyone yet so far. I've seen Juzek actually exchange grenades with Fisher on the lower offices, so SPQR definitely knows what they're doing. They know what everyone needs and what they don't need, and they maximize the utility of their resources. There's a lot of gunfire going on there. Ars, what's happening with it?
It's Fisher. No, hold on. Juzek and Fisher just pre-firing out the door where they hear people.
Alright, just spam through the door. Did anybody get hit? As far as I can see, nobody got hit on that. I think Bodie's going to be the player to watch here. And he's now spotted in the break room by Kickerman. Kickerman takes down Pody. Kickerman himself does not seem to be injured. So Pody now for the second time taken down without too much problems as that hiding sort of wild card player trying to disrupt the general attack of Epsilon while the main defense of SPQR is firmly set up in tertiary. Exactly how firmly that is we will see probably in a few seconds. Is now primary being taken by Epsilon, but last round did prove that that defense can be very, very, very sturdy indeed. Aris.
Yeah, I think Epsilon's gonna have to concentrate on making a push on one door. Last round they made a push on several doors to try to kill them. Basically, I think they're gonna have to. SPQR's defense is so solid that they're gonna have to just basically rush in, try to get an easy kill or a lucky kill, whatever you like.
That is indeed a strategy they could go for. They could try it again, what they did last round. I think they had some problems with Revelino's 203 going off there a couple times. This time they do seem to be going a lot into that west courtyard. Now 4 players for Epsilon stacked up there. It's going to be Kickoman, Revelino, Perez, Cesium, and Kilby on his own at those lower offices ready with a smoke grenade. And he's catching some nades now, probably coming from Fisher in that lower offices. He gets that smoke grenade deployed and then backs off, so he is definitely not going to be a main push. Although Epsilon seems to be going for all the lower doors this time and not for the upper offices, which is slightly different than they did last round. Although as I say that, I notice Paris now moving in towards those upper offices. Alright.
We're having Kickerman throwing smoke into tertiary, just cover both sounds and sight. Revelino looking like he's gonna line up with the 2-3 to fire something.
Kilby taken down by Fisher's grenades now. That's at those lower offices. Fisher just nading through that smoke. Obviously knows where to nade. Kilby at the wrong place at the wrong time, catching a nade at that lower entrance door. Kickerman now seems to be getting ready to go in and put some nades in tertiary as well. Seems to be a heavy reliance on nades for both teams. Paris seems to be getting ready for his push upstairs, but he's definitely going to be catching. First some fire there now, as there's some fire exchange on that upper office door. Up those stairs. Kickerman shot by Lolek downstairs. Lolek then killed by Kickerman's grenade. He must have got that up before he got shot. Lolek was in this upper office. Paris can get in now. He might be actually free to do whatever he wants. But he doesn't. He gets taken down. Before that already, Revelino was taken down by Juzek downstairs, and Fisher then taken down by Cesium. This puts Juzek, I think, on his own against Cesium. No, Pun is also alive. It's going to be Cesium on his own. Cesium pushing there. Juzek on the stairs. Juzek takes the kill. A nice play there by Juzek as he takes 2 kills. Must have taken down the first player coming in from the doors on the where is that? That's on the west side. West side, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, and then retreating as Fisher gets taken down and covering his teammates back and locking down tertiary from the stairs. Agas, anything I missed there?
No, you covered it all. Good boy.
Thank you. Looks like a pretty similar setup again for both teams with a 2-3 split for Epsilon coming out north-south. Although Paris this time going through shipping, already putting fire on that second floor tertiary door. I think he did hit someone in the back there, but he definitely got tagged himself at least once. Now lots of fire coming out through that door. I'm curious to see if he's not going to try to rush through. He's going to back off there to the second floor offices. I'm not sure if or who he hit. And this time it seems to be that Pody is no longer allowed to push up.
Kilby has made his way into the small office in tertiary, bottom office, where the what's the room called?
I believe that's a storage room. He did take down Fisher as he did that, so it's probably a good decision by SPQR to keep Pody back, because now he at least can take over that general position. Although I'm not sure how many nades were already exchanged between, for example, Juzek and Fisher, so maybe they're running low on nades for that lower defense, especially with a player going down this early in the round. Pody does seem to be taking over Fisher's spot, so they have the same tertiary defense they've had before.
I don't
but
think they have Kilby
different
in
players
the small
alive.
office either. No, I think they do. Juzek is looking there, so.
I have a feeling Juzek knows, but they can't really do anything about it. There's a lot of fires coming out there from outside, also from Everlino's 203 there. And Kilby actually is not in that office anymore. He ran back out. Maybe he was never in there. Maybe he ran back out. I'm not sure about that. I missed that. But does look like there's We ran back out. Alright. Keep putting pressure on that lower office. They got a pick there. They're hungry for more. Meanwhile, the rest of their team takes, I believe secondary is already theirs, and they're going to be taking primary soon. Kickerman clearing that second floor offices at above secondary. Smoke coming out in the lower offices in tertiary.
Paris is making his way towards second floor hallway. No, he's turning around. No, he doesn't know what to do.
A little bit of circle
Paris
walking going on there.
Yeah.
He's now putting pressure on that second floor door at tertiary. But obviously there's nobody at that door itself. They're just waiting with nades. It's going to be Pun waiting there. Pody's taking over Fisher's spot, and Juzek and Lolek are still doing their same spots as before. Primary and secondary taken already by Epsilon, so now it's time for that last attack, which has not worked out too well for Epsilon so far, they being 2-0 down. Us?
Yeah, with the 2-3, they're probably going to make a small push smoke in the south entrance.
Yeah, Flash is coming out. They're definitely taking their time on that door. They've been trying to push through there and putting pressure on it for the last 2 minutes at least.
Yeah, Kickerman's just milking some nades from Pun in the offices.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Lowlick having the AR.
Alright. I think Epsilon's going to try to do the exact same thing. They're going to be pushing from all the doors that they can. And hoping that they can actually get more. I don't know if it's lucky or if... They haven't really been in yet. That's the problem, I think.
No,
they need to just get in. They have all the smokes deployed now. I think the best thing they can do is just get in from all sides and start putting pressure and fire on the SPQR players. You know, in the end, they're just going to have to get the shots and seize this reliance on nades. Juzek, though, now taken out by Revellino's nades. That's a big kill, as he was basically locking down the central part of their defense. Big push by Kilby now on the office. Kilby being shot red there. Revellino, meanwhile, down by Lolek. That's in the main warehouse. Kilby in the office is lower. Lolek taken down by Kickerman. Sees him taken down by Podem, and then Pody taken down taken down by Kilby, sorry, at those lower offices. That was all going on. Last player now for SPQR is going to be Pun. That's right. Pun also having Paris up there at that door trying to come in. He has to go down, which he does now. And gets immediately shot in the head there by Kilby. So that is Epsilon taking that round, scoring out 2-1. The main part of that push was Juzek going down to a grenade, and then Epsilon being able to get in those doors on the west side, putting lots and lots of pressure on Pody playing on those lower offices. He did take down a player, which was quite nice, but was not enough to stop that attack. And Lolek was also taken down, I think, by that push at the west side. As
Yeah. Looking at SPQR, it looks like Fisher's gonna try to take down the guy south courtyard. He's a bit forward pressure.
That's right. He puts that pressure on it. He gets a 203 right on his face. He's just taken down. That was a really nice 203 landing. Basically, I don't know if that pegged him or landed right next to him, but Fisher down early again. Juzek then trying to take over the offices there. And my question here is, what is Pody doing? Pody is playing in primary offices, so he's still been the sort of wild card player trying to disrupt that tactic, which means SPQR at the moment has a 3-man tertiary defense. Tertiary has 1, 2, 3, 4 entrances, 3 people. That is going to be problems. Aros.
Yeah, indeed. They got smokes deployed really early in the round. I think the SPQR's pulses are real high now. I don't think they know what to do really, because they have one guy in primary. He can't fall back because there's Epsilon is so far up already.
Yeah, Epsilon's swarming over the map. If he wants to move away from there, he's definitely going to be heard.
Yeah, just a matter of time before the primary guy gets taken down.
Revellino at this point has been made yellow there by Fisher's attempt at an early pick, though, so that may help. I think the main question is, how many people is Pody going to get before he goes down? If he gets 2, then this could be a very interesting round. If he gets 0, then by all accounts Epsilon really should be taking this round.
Gonna have
Ares.
some
Now
action
in those
right now.
offices there, look at Pody. The door behind him just opened. Now the other door opens. He shoots too early. There's gonna be a fight there with Paris. As Paris goes down by Pody. Pody's still green. He did get tacked there. Getting 203s in his back, but now gets taken down by Cesium as he was reloading there when he maybe shouldn't have been. Either way, that's a 1-for-1 split there, or 1-for-1 trade there on that office. Paris may be a strong player, but I don't think that's worth losing 2 players this early in the game. Ares.
And we have a 4 versus 3 situation now in favor of Epsilon.
Yeah, with
So
Revelino still being yellow, so that's maybe a little. That's
Still
pretty much all
4
that SPQR
entrances to
has.
cover. 4 entrances to cover with 3 people. It's gonna be tough for SPQR to hold this.
That's right. And they do have 203 and a saw against them, and their only own special weapon, to say it that way, is going to be that saw that Lolek is holding. So
Berlinian Kill will be switching some or trading some smoke grenades.
yeah, Epsilon really taking their time. This is the latest push they've done so far. It's 2 minutes left on the clock, 1:55 now, and they're not really putting pressure on Tertiary yet. They have been pushing most other rounds already for at least 2 minutes by now for a little bit, and the main push would have started already a while ago. Kickleman taking that saw to the 2nd floor, where he's going to meet Pun sitting there.
No
At the
SPQR
second,
members inside Tertiary. They're all scattered around the offices.
Kickman there immediately taken out by Pun, who was waiting for him at that top stairs. Kickman not getting a hit in. This evens it up to 3-3 again. And on the team chat there, Paris immediately not too happy with that. Juzek there in that little closet in 1st floor. He could get naded there, or he could really surprise Epsilon and lose them this round. Yeah, Earth?
It's gonna be some. Oh, he'll be flashed.
Juzek flashed right in the face. He can't see anything. He gets taken down, making it back to 2-3 in favor of Epsilon. It gives them a chance again with 50 seconds on the clock. Lolek standing on the stairs. Where's his teammate? SPQR Pun all the way in those top offices. And Lolek downstairs at the tertiary stairs. He's running up. Time is running low. Revelino now taken out by Pun's grenade. And tertiary being taken. Lolek there and too slow. He's not reacting. Have they heard that it's being taken? I don't know, but they have to start jumping now. Pun is going to jump down. He'll be shot by Lolek. And then Pun taking down Cesium. That must have been in the nick of time, because they really waited a long time there. But nice play by SPQR. Although maybe a nice play, nice save for sure. Ares.
Nice, very nice save there by Lolek. Crucial save.
Definitely not just Lolek though. Pun there coming up with a nade first, and then jumping ever so late, but still managing to get the kill in time. And now I think after a round like that, the question is, how is Epsilon going to deal with losing that round? Which they maybe, it wasn't that clear yet. It was a 4v3 advantage. Could have maybe been a 5v3, but they maybe thought they had it in a pocket. Now Pun taken out at Paris. I did not see that. What happened there, Aris?
I didn't see it either.
I mean, truly try to make a little reconstruction. All right, I see the body there laying at the top of tertiary on the offices where a Pun is waiting. So they must have tried to run in.
Yeah. Someone got hit from Epsilon as well. Let's see who it was.
Yeah, Paris rushed shipping. That's what must have happened with that saw, like he did the round before, and spammed to that 2nd floor stairs top area there. I forgot the name of it. It's the offices above tertiary, and Pun was waiting there, and he got shot himself. Paris not hit. Aris.
Epsilon taking some objectives, doing what they always do every round. Revelino always 2-3ing the guard booth outside by tertiary, just to pick off any possible sneakies sitting around.
That's right.
Awkward places.
It's pretty standard use of 203 there. Pody has been put into tertiary again, so that's 4 people for SPQR playing there. Nobody out of it. Of course, Epsilon's still taking their time, checking their corners. Clearing out the I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised by the consistent use of tertiary as the defense tactic for SPQR. Maybe it could have been an idea to mix that up at least one round and try to go for a primary tactic, but it hasn't happened. And
Indeed.
we'll see how that turns out for him. At the moment it's 3-1. If it gets 4-1, that's definitely not bad. Could be better, but definitely not bad. And then it's going to be all to do for Epsilon to hold it for 5 rounds straight.
Indeed. It's going to be... I don't think Epsilon's going to do the same thing as SPQR has. My expectations are and my hopes are that they're going to play more innovative and do some more experimentations on defense.
Quite possible. We'll see that in that second half. At the moment, 2 objectives down for Epsilon. They have taken primary, they have taken secondary. Revellino getting ready with his 203 outside again. I see Kickoman getting ready to peek at some doors outside just to see if he can see one of the SPQR players being just a little too aggressive and maybe get that crucial second kill so they have a 5-3 advantage. And meanwhile, the rest of the Epsilon players are also getting in position for that last push on tertiary. SPQR playing with Jusek downstairs, still defending, being basically the center of their defense at that tertiary objective, now putting fire on the northwest door. And Fisher on the offices, Lolik upstairs, defending the upstairs area, and Pody helping him with that. This time they don't have anybody. They don't have anybody in the offices looking down. That's a bit of a change so far. Aris.
Yeah, just like you said, no one in the office is looking down. They have him on the first floors, and basically let's back up to Fisher. I can imagine it's like the crucial point on defense where Fisher is. Is west, lower west offices? Where's holding?
Tertiary lower offices. Jusek now also putting fire on through those offices, but he has to cover 2 sides. He has to help with those offices where Fisher is, like Aris has said, but he also has to keep those 2 doors on the west side. Although I have to add that, in my opinion, Epsilon could play those doors more aggressive. When they think nobody's watching it, or when they think it's smoke enough, maybe they should just try to just get in. They haven't tried that at all. They just open them, throw a nade, get back out, and repeat that for a long, long time. Kick him and then taking down like Jusek's grenade. Did you see how that happened, Aris?
Was the door opening, and Jusek basically threw it out. It was north door.
Not Epsilon, but Jusek now playing very aggressive on those doors on the west side, actually going out. Is he? Oh, he's playing that door really aggressive and then spamming through it. I think he tried to go out. Time going really low now on 20 seconds. Jusek gets flashed. Meanwhile, Fisher taking down with Kilby's grenade in the lower offices. Then one of the Epsilon members walks in and gets, that's going to be Cesium, no, Rivellino, and he gets flashed by his teammate Cesium. Jusek then takes him down, but gets taken down himself by Cesium. And then Paris shot by Lolek, which probably would be upstairs. Kilby now upstairs, and then waiting for him is Pody in those offices, and Kilby taken down by Pody. That is the round to SPQR. I think it was there Jusek playing aggressive on those lower doors, and he did not get his kill. The door got blocked right at the time he wanted to go out or open it towards the other side. Then he gets flashed in the face. The push then takes quite long for Epsilon to go in and get that kill. And while that happens, there must have been a failure in communication as Cesium flashes his teammate Revellino, getting Revellino killed. And then it takes too long for them to get a good push on the 2 players upstairs, Pody and Lolek, losing their last players to them. And I think even the time ran out, which is maybe not the best. Right now we're in the second setup mode for the side switch. Aris? Alright, Aris? Okay, well, Aris not being here yet, maybe he will offer his views on what has happened this half so far when he is able to answer again. In the meantime, though, I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of the roster and the kills so far. For SPQR, we've had Lolek, Pody, Pun, Fisher, and Jusek. Lolek being 4 kills, Pody 3, Pun 6, Fisher 2, and Jusek 5 so far. And then for Epsilon, we have Paris, Revellino, Kickerman, Cesium, and Kilby, with the kill count so far being Paris 1, Revellino 2, Kickerman 3, Cesium 3, and Kilby on 6. I'm here casting for e-rev, together with Aris, my co-caster, and our lovely videocaster DGR. We would also like to bring to your you guys' attention that e-rev also casts a number of other games regularly. At the moment for the European scene, we have America's Army and Call of Duty 4, and I hear Counter-Strike Source coming in soon. For the American scene, we have all those games, plus Unreal Tournament 3, and a number of other games as well. So be sure to check out that e-rev website and watch some of those live casts, or if you want, you can click on the casts link on the website and just look at any of the older casts. They're all archived. You can just stream them or download them, whatever you prefer, and look at them all back, including this one, which should be uploaded at some point as well. I'm sure that will be not taking that long. So if you guys are ever bored or you're just really interested in all these casts or this particular game, go check that out on the e-rev website. The website address is www.e-rev.tv. Aras, are you ready to continue here already?
I'm ready. My internet just
right.
had a little loop.
Take on the first half so far.
Say again?
What's been your take on the first half? Like general thoughts on the play so far?
Actually, I'm a bit disappointed. I would have waited or expected to see a bit more innovative strats. As I've been a bit naggy about it. I feel that's what you can just expect from teams like these, and especially from Epsilon, not doing that. Almost playing a bit. How should I say? Held back.
Yeah, they do seem to be reluctant to actually come in and make that push, instead preferring to rely on nades, and it hasn't worked out as great as it could, in my opinion, for them. Aras, at the moment the server is disagreeing with you as about one of your settings or something, so maybe you should reconnect there and see if that fixes it, because else it's going to keep showing up that message, which is not that great for the players. The players already said they're ready to go for the second half, but I guess we wait a second to see if we can get Aras back in as a quickcaster, which will help. Also now Cesium apparently rebooting his modem, which will take a few minutes, so we're going to be in setup mode here a little bit longer, but then hopefully going live again in the second half. Then SPQR will be going on the assault. Aras here has said before that he thinks Epsilon will be playing it a little bit more different, at least, with their defense tactics, perhaps not just camping out tertiary every round, but also maybe going for different objectives or pushing up more. We will see. I think there's definitely opportunities on a map like Weapons Catch C, maybe especially in a match where it's 5 minutes. So all you have to do is run that clock down on the first two objectives and then camp out the last objective for maybe as little as a minute or a minute and a half, which we've even seen in one of these rounds where the final push of Epsilon did not start until less than 2 minutes was on the clock, and I think it was actually closer to 1 minute 30 than 2 minutes. And that was without any special fancy tactics on, for example, secondary or primary. So I think there's definitely opportunities with 5 minute rounds. There's definitely opportunities with only 5 rounds, because you can just, you know, mix it up without having to repeat yourself as much as if you're playing 6 or 7 rounds. At the moment, though, it looks like I'm not sure if they're going live. Actually, they're going to be discarding, so we're going to have another setup round. Aras, are you managing to get back in yet?
Yep, I just restarted the game.
Alright.
I'm joining as we speak.
You obviously being a little bit more connected to the AA European scene than me at the moment. Have you maybe scrimmed against one of these two teams on this map before? Like anything you can tell us about that?
I haven't scrimmed them for this particular league, but I've scrimmed them in the past, especially Epsilon. And yeah, I think we can wait and see how they're gonna play. I think it's gonna be very fun to see how they play defense.
Alright. I'm quickly fixing my binds for Cesium joining again, so if you have anything to add or say about any of these players or teams, you know, go right ahead.
SPQR, I think it's nice to see that they stuck together for so long, or they're a new team, but they're like many others together from another team, like Jusek, Fisher, and Lolik was in Wilda together with Orange Devil, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct. And
If
before
the
we
same
already
goes
had Fisher and Jusek in back then selection even, so they've definitely been playing for a long time together.
indeed.
And
As
I'm
everyone
pretty
knows,
sure they got. Sorry to interrupt you there, but I'm pretty sure they got pun in right around the time that I quit playing. So that's already like, oh, I don't know, it's at least a year already as well.
indeed.
So it's definitely a team that's been together for a long time. Anyway, I'm pretty much ready here. I'm not sure how the teams are. How are you, Aris?
I'm ready to go.
All right, quickly give them a little heads up that we're ready whenever they are. All right. As said before, Epsilon going to be going on defense now, and SPQR on assault for this ESL Finals live cast right here, right now on e-rev. They're going to be going live in 5 seconds for the second half. Aris, take it away.
We are live. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Looking at Epsilon. Looks like they're going for a third shirt as well. As Norman nading outside South Courtyard. No, nading ship and SNR, kick a man. And having the AR, which is Paris. Having some action there. Pre-firing on the guy in SNR stairs.
Pody
Pody
Shabe
gets
sees
taken
him.
down.
Pody was actually going into the middle entrance there at the east courtyard, while the rest of his team was going either shipping or juicing. All the other team members of SPQR went all the way through south. I'm not 100% sure where Cesium is, but he is now in... Oh, I see what happened there. Cesium is at tertiary, and I think Pody must have gone through middle and tried to flank around to tertiary from behind early in the round, and hopefully catch Epsilon unawares, which obviously did not happen as he got taken down.
At the moment we have Revelinia in a spot in the elevator shaft.
Yeah, it
First
seems to be
floor
playing
north.
that wild card.
Indeed.
I don't know if that's the actual technical term, but it does seem to be sort of a wild card for strats. As Fisher's now taking out with Killaby, as you know, you do your random strat, but there's that one guy somewhere that could mess it all up if he can get his play on and do some damage, which seems to have happened here by Killaby. Killaby was obviously not playing that position. He just got the kill on the tertiary lower offices with the grenade going outside. Killaby himself now got tagged. Eras.
Revelinia just fooling around the elevator shaft. Paris looking towards the second floor hallway door up to the upper offices. Nothing seems to be happening up there. Looking at SPQR, they're just making their way, checking every corner around secondary. Break room.
I think at this point, maybe it's too early to say that, but I do predict this round just goes to Epsilon without any great difficulty, as Revelinia is still completely hidden. In a position like that, he really should at least do some damage. Maybe he doesn't get a kill, but he should really make somebody pretty damaged. Maybe red, at least yellow,
Exactly.
in my opinion. And then you're playing with, 3 players, with which one is injured against a fully functional tertiary defense, with at this moment 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, and Duzik is still in the process of clearing primary all on his own. He has to still grab that and then get ready for the attack. So time is going to run low. Players have run low. This round should be going to Epsilon, who is at the moment playing 5v3, and looks like they will be taking it. Have I even said 5v3 right?
Yeah, looking at Revelinia, the best thing for Epsilon would be if Revelinia stays undetected so we can flank them in the back, flank SPQR once they make their push on third chair.
Alright. Where is oh, there's Pun. I lost Pun there for a second. Pun just took secondary there on his own. My question now is, what is Revelino going to do? Both those objectives have been taken. The push on tertiary cannot be that far away, and he is still sitting there in that elevator shaft, I think waiting for somebody to come down, which is just not going to happen.
It's probably going to
Fight.
have to flank them.
Yep, but with this little time on the clock, is that still really viable? Maybe it's an idea if they just don't let him come out at all and just keep tertiary with their players that are in there, so they can use that spot again the next round without being so suspected. Revelino, though, now getting ready to move up for that flank. Juzek playing outside of shipping, coming out there on that courtyard now, and getting ready to push those lower offices. Whereas Pun is on the other side outside, and Lolek is upstairs, seems to have forced his way in already. And now got tag. Also got a hit on the players in those offices for Epsilon. One in each office. Paris in the first office being taken down. Lolek is yellow. One more player in that second office getting hit. Who's that player going to be? Juzek in at the first floor. He is taken down as by Cesium. Then the Kickerman was going to be in that second office, takes down Lolek as Lolek jumps down from that first office, and Pun is still outside with the 203 and manages to botch that up as it doesn't go off. Then does take down Cesium as Cesium walks into the open area there, and the warehouse area. Kickerman obviously still upstairs, and then Killaby in those lower offices taking down Pun as he tries to run towards the objective when there was really not enough time left for that objective to be taken. The conclusion there, though, is that got pretty exciting still, with only 3 players alive, because I think they just walked in and started shooting at people, and that's more effective than using all the smoke and nades, which of course can also work, but it's a bit more random, and I think at some point, no matter what you do, you still have to just get in and get the kills. Aerith.
Good. I think Paris got flashed in the upper offices and towards SNR, and that was the main thing that Pun got in. Was it Pun? Yeah,
It was Lolek, actually.
Lolik. Getting the first
Pun
kill.
now getting naded on the courtyard. Yellow, and then a second nade comes out. Pun is down. He had that 203. He's going to have to pick that up. Juzek then responds. And this is going to be a fast push on tertiary by the look of it. Kickerman is still playing close to secondary. Revelino is in the vents at primary. Cesium is on the stairs, on the south stairs. So this looks like a primary camp, actually.
Yeah.
While Paris is now moving back into those south stairs as well, together with, that's probably going to be Killaby then, which is correct. And SPQR now pushing into tertiary, Fisher being yellow, Pun being dead, and loads of nades being wasted. Smokes, nades, everything. And I think they're concluding right about now that there's nobody in there. And of course, now they have to watch out. They know that there's no big defense, I think, at this point. Or they should know. But you never know if there's still one guy sitting in a corner somewhere just waiting. So they have to clear everything now and then grab their first objective. Aris.
Yeah, this has been time. This is gonna be time consuming for SPQR, and definitely hard for them to push later on to primary where Epsilon is camping because they spent so many nades.
Yeah, they
Since,
did spend a phenomenal amount of nades.
Epsilon did the smart thing, just throw loads of smoke, just make sound as they were to make the illusion they were in tertiary. Which
Yep,
worked.
Epsilon seems to be definitely not just said, hey, let's go do a prime cam. They have practiced this for sure. Nades are on the floor in a strategic position. Players are on boxes on the south stairs, looking at the north stairs. Where else did they have people? They have people in the offices in primary. That's going to be... Who's that going to be? Just quickly give you a rundown of their positions at the moment. Cesium in those offices. Killaby prone on the floor. That's an interesting position. In the middle of primary. And Kickerman on those boxes looking at north, probably going to be doing mostly nading. Revelino in the vents, like I said already. And Paris on the boxes at south, looking at that hallway. I have to say, getting the kill plus injured player. Okay, maybe they don't know about the injured player, but getting the kill early and putting the clock this far down already, I'm thinking they're playing maybe more defensive than they should. Maybe they should try to keep the stairs just to get more nades out from the SPQR players and a little bit more time down the clock. At the moment, they do set themselves up for... it's hard for SPQR to come in, but if they get in, all the players are close, and you could still see one player go clutch and get, you know, stringing 3 kills together like that. If they would play a bit more spread out, I don't think you would see that as much. Aras, what's SPQR been doing while I've been analyzing that?
SPQR is making, they've just gone around checking every corner like they've always done, taking the objective. Secondary's going as we speak. Just covering each other's back. Jusek is trying to milk some grenades